Welcome, video number 2. This is Amber, and the last video I did a day look. So tonight I'm going to a little birthday shindig, so I thought I'd do a night look. So I've already done a canvas here. I did the primer, just like my last video. I did the Smashbox primer with my Clinique foundation. This one it's Clinique Even Better. So it's kind of just very thin. It's not it's not full coverage, but it's nice. And then I used my Kylie concealer again, and then the MAC setting powder. So let's go. So I'm going to go ahead and do my blush and bronzer and then get in with the eye. So the blush I'm going to use today is a Kylie. This one is called Barely Legal. It's very pinky, peachy color. Again, very blushy family. So we do a lot of blush. Get it in there. Okay. And then I'm going to do the bronzer right after. So the bronzer that I'm going to use, I used this one in my last video. It's pretty good. It's an Urban Decay Beach Bronzer. You'll notice there's no baby in the background today. I'm sure he'll be back around again. But Daddy's watching him right now. So it's a little bit quieter. So I just do it around a little bit there with the blush. Kind of like underneath the cheek a bit. And then I do it on the side of my nose. A little contouring. Probably should use a smaller brush. Yeah, so then just kind of all around. Because I'm a little pasty at the moment. A little wintry color going on. Need a tan, but that's okay. Fake tan is just as good as real tan. So there you go. Then after that, I'll go ahead and do my eyebrows. And so, I would like to try some of the eyebrow pencils and stuff. I just never really have. So what I usually use, this is a Smashbox brush. It's just a little angled, hold on. There it goes. It's just a little angled brush. So it usually works really good for my eyebrows. But I saw another video today and they were using like an eyebrow shaper, which I wanted to try. So I might try that in another video. So right now I'm using an eyeshadow. It kind of matches my brow color. And I used the same one in the last video. It's from my Urban Decay Naked Smoky. And then the color is Whiskey. It's just the brown guy right there. You can see that one's been used a lot. So I just fill it in. I did already trim them up earlier today. Did some shaping and tweezing. But I already took care of that. So then I just fill them in. There we go. Okay. So now that that's done, let's go to the eyes. So again, I'm going to use just this big fluffy eye brush. I start with kind of a nude color. This is, again, Urban Decay, upside down, Naked. This one is the Ultimate Basics. So it's got a lot of good, just kind of basic colors in there. And like I said, I start with the nude. That's this one here. And just all over, just to kind of have a starting point for when you start to blend. Like a transition color just kind of helps with all of that. And then in the crease, I do this brown on the same palette. And this one is called Lookout. No, Lockout. Need to go to the eye doctor, apparently. I've never worn glasses. I'm not sure how that would look on me. And I definitely have a hard time with contacts, but that's okay. So, this is kind of a starting point. All right, so today I was going to do a green eye. So I'm going to my Naughty palette. This is the Kylie Jenner from the holiday collection. So it was sold out first, and then we had to go back on and get it the second time around, but I got one. So it's got some really pretty colors in there. So I'm going to be using this green one here. It's kind of a forest green. It's called Emerald. I'll probably use this Xmas Kiss, kind of an orangey one, as a transition color. And then sometimes I use this Hot Toddy a lot. I like that one. It's a brown, but it's got like a little shimmer in it. So it's really pretty. Okay, so we're going to start with the Xmas Kiss. So I'm going to use kind of the same line that I just did with that brown. This is the little orangey one. Now this one does have kind of a lot of fallout, so if you're not a big fan of that, just done. There you go. Cleans up pretty quickly. So just kind of going all over the eye with this one. So it'll be kind of a transition. Orange usually is not in my color wheel, as I've heard it said before, but it looks good as a transition color on the eye, especially with the green. It's nice. So I need to blend that a little bit. So we'll come back for that. Ooh, I'll have to come back for that. Getting a little far out there. Okay, so now I'm going to go with the green. And for the green, this is an eyeshadow brush. It's from e.l.f. It's just a little guy. Let's see if I can show you the shape of it. It's just kind of a thin, so it has more of a direction, you know, of where you want to put it. Not as broad as the other one. So with this one, I'm going to start kind of on the lash line and then wing it a little bit and then bring it back in onto the crease and then back out on that wing. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. And I'll probably go back and make it a little bit darker. I don't know why I brought that one down. That was not good. There we go. Oh, Lord. Got stuff all over my fingers. Hello. Here we go. So this green is really pretty, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted this palette, because I hadn't had any greens like this. Like I have some that are kind of more olive green, but not like a foresty color. So that's one of the reasons why I liked it. So I'm leaving this part open here. I'm going to put kind of a shimmer there in just a few minutes. So I'm just blending a little bit, bring it out. Okay, that's pretty good. Looking good. Okay, now we need to blend a little bit more on that, and then I'm going to get this, like I said, a shimmer going. I'm going back to that smoky box. There's one I like in there called Dirty Sweet. It's very light, but it's kind of got a little shimmer on it. So you just get a little finger going on there and just pat that one on. I could use a brush, but this just gets it where I need it to be. And then I let it go over into the crease a little bit. I'm going to come back and highlight there anyway, but that's okay. Okay, so now I'm going back with my blending brush. Just kind of blend that green out a little bit so it's not as harsh of a line. That's nice. Okay. I think we need a little bit more green. A little bit. So we're just gonna get a little more hit on that. A little bit more of a pigment, you know, so it's not as faded. There we go. Okay, that's good. Okay, and then I was also going to do the lash line with that green as well. So I'm using the same brush, and I remembered the store. It was Aveda. You guys ever go to Aveda? they had this brush. I guess I've had it so long that the name wore off on the handle here, but it's real flat, and I like that for that bottom lash. But anywho, it's a good brush. It was only like 16 bucks. And I've had it for a long time. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so I just put that in the lash line. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the liner. So the liner, I'm going to use, I'm kind of, I don't know if you can see, kind of a colorful shirt. And if you do know me, I like a lot of color. So I'm going to use a purple. And then I'm going to be using some purple eyelashes too. So the eyeliner is the same one as I used in my last video. It's just a different color. This is the NYX or NYX, however you want to say it. This is Vivid Brights, and the color is Vivid Violet. So I'm just going to do a wing on this one. So the way I do it is I start not all the way to the inside, but close to it, and just do a thin line, and you just paint it out. Now, if you're not very good at this, have Q-tips handy. There we go. And this one's not as pigmented as that blue, so I do have to go back over it a second time usually. But this is a real pretty color. I like this one a lot. I usually go back and forth between that blue and the purple, since those are my favorite colors anyways. Here we go. So it's starting to come together. Nice. So let me do one more hit on the purple. Okay. Now sometimes if it's a fancy little shindig, I might do some glitter. I do all kinds of designs. I did some fun stuff for Christmas and New Year's. So I thought later on I'll do some tutorials on some fun stuff like that. But tonight I'm just doing color. So that's my purple liner. And then the purple lashes, we'll do those in just a few minutes. But the lashes I just ordered some new lashes, so I'll be showing those on some of my videos as well. But they're from Ardell, the ones that I'll be using. It's a little wispies, and they have colors. So the ones I like, I have purple and blue, and then they have some new ones that I got that I'll be showing in another video. So they're pretty fun. So if you want to be daring, I always get compliments on the colored eyelashes and stuff like that. Okay, so we got the color down. We've got the liner. So now let me do the mascara. So on my last video, I used the same mascara. So I'll be using the same one today. It's a Clinique. And again, it is called upside down Lash Doubling, and just a black. So it's the little green guy. This one's really good. I've used a bunch of the Clinique mascaras, and this is the one I tend to go back to. It's a good wand. You know, we just dab a little on the end before you start. But it always tends to do well for me. Of course, I keep some backups of, you know, the grocery, you know, drugstore stuff. But this one always does really good. It separates the lashes well for me. And my lashes aren't real long. They're kind of medium, I guess. And that's why I'll do the fake lashes to go with it. Okay, so we just do a little on the bottom. Okay, so the glue that I use is also Ardell. Now this glue, I don't know if you've ever seen this or heard of it. Most of the glue you get is white. This one is actually like a gray black color. So when it dries, you see that? When it dries black, like your eyeliner. So it kind of blends in the rest of your makeup. So it's really nice if you are not real clean, I guess, with your application. If you tend to get it, you know, everywhere or whatever, the black glue works really good for me. I like it. I've been buying that one for a while. So what I'm doing is just taking my Purple Lashes. Thin layer of glue. Now, some people use like that little holder to, you know, apply it onto the lash. I've been doing this for so long, I just hold it. But if you're one that has like, you know, you're not able to hold it still, or you don't like dealing with your eyes or whatever, they do make those little clampy things you can put it on with. So for me, I just lay it on as close to the lash line as possible. And usually the one on the inside, I have to hold it for a second to get it to stay. There we go. See, I have some glue on the top, but like I said, it's black. So it's just going to blend in. So there's one. Okay. And the other side, we'll go ahead and do as well. So again, thin layer. And if they're new lashes, the ones I'm using I opened before, so these aren't brand new, the ones that I'm putting on. They're the same ones as I showed you, but ones that I already had. But if they're new, I usually have to cut off the end because my eyes are not as long as the lashes are, so I usually have to customize them to fit my eyes. But your eyes may be different at any rate. And then I just kind of loosen it up. You don't want it to be real stiff when you put it on because you want it to fit to your eye. Now this one is always harder for me because my eyelashes are stupid on this side. I don't know why. They've always been weird. So again, as close to the lash line as you can. And just let it sit there for a second. And I kind of push them in a little bit. Ooh, there we go. All right. Okay, we're getting close to the end here. So I'll do a black pencil to kind of help with the bottom. This, again, is the same one I used in the last video. It's a Wet n Wild, so just drugstore. Easy peasy. Then we'll go ahead and do our highlighter. Now, some people were asking me about the highlighters that I've used. So I have a couple different ones that I like. The one I used last time was a highlighter. This one was also from the no, that was from the fall collection. I also have one that I like is the KKW. Her ultralights, I think is what they're called. This one is the rose gold. So it's really pretty. There you go. Can you see that? Well, there it goes. So it's really pretty. So I use that one. I'll use that one tonight, actually. And then I have a couple others that I'll share at a later date. So I'm going to use my Kylie fan brush again. Just get a little dab. Little dab will do ya. Not too much, because you don't want to be like a flashlight. So just right on top of that cheekbone there, where your blush is. Now, some people like to do their eye makeup first, and then they go back and do all of the other stuff, because they get a lot of fallout from the colors, but these aren't too bad, so this is fine. So I just do a little bit on there, maybe a little on the outside, and then anywhere else you want to highlight. I usually go down the nose. You could do right above the eyebrows is a good spot. Not too, ooh, hello. Not too much. Again, you don't want to look like a flashlight, so. And I keep looking to the side. I have my mirror right here, so sorry about that. This has got the magnifying on it, which you don't want to look too close in those, as my mother says. So there's that. So then I'll use a different highlighter for my eyes. I'll use the other Kylie one that I've got, not this one. The last time I think I used Fiji, which was kind of a tan color. This one is Santorini, which is lovely. It's more of a white kind of shade. So I'm getting a tiny little baby brush. I don't even know who makes this. Oh, this is just an Ulta Beauty eyeshadow brush. So it's a tiny little baby. Put that in the crease. And again, you don't want it to look crazy. Just a little bit. around that. Okay. And then we'll do some up under the eyebrow as well. Sometimes I like to do this before I do my eyebrows because I'm not real color inside the lines. So if I get it in the eyebrow, you just kind of brush it out. It's okay. Okay, so there's that. And I feel like I need some more green. I feel like I need just a little bit more. Let me do just a little bit more. You're probably like, girl, that's probably enough. But I'm just going to do another little hit of that green because I really like it. There we go. Yeah, baby. There we go. That's looking good. That feels better. I feel like it wasn't enough. Like, you know what I mean? When you close your eyes, you can see it. But when you open your eyes, I still want to be able to see the color. So that's why I do a little bit more. Okay. There. Oh, okay. I think we're almost done. The last thing I have to do is the lip. And so I'm going to use another Kylie matte tonight. This one is called Love Bite. So if you haven't tried the matte lipsticks, give it a try. I mean, the ones I used to use mostly were Clinique lipsticks, but especially with having a baby now, I'm kissing him all day long, and I don't want to, get lipstick all over him. So these are really good because they dry. So this one's kind of dark. Let me see if this is going to look good with this color. Okay. So it's kind of like a mauve color. I really like this one. This is one of the first ones that I bought of hers. My lips are really chapped right now, so it probably doesn't look as good as it could. God, they really are chapped. Okay. I think that's it. So there's my look. Ooh, yeah, this is, feeling myself, feeling my, oh, last thing I wanted to do. I'm sorry. Almost done. This. Ooh, this is from Kylie Jenner. This is called the Wet Set. So, ooh, sorry about that. It's very glittery. If you haven't seen this yet, it's a little pricey, but I love it so much. Got it for Christmas. So, really pretty. She had them at, I think, in her summer collection. It's 4 big, like, powders, but they're, like, wet and mushy. So I use these a lot, like you just, look, it's so nice. And it feels, like, cool to the touch. It's really nice. So I usually do a lot of highlighting the testicular area, which is nice. So my chest is red right now. Why is it so red? Probably because I keep touching it. But anyway, so I'll put it like on my chest. I'll put it on my arms and my hands just to give a little shimmer. It's really pretty. And there's 4 different colors. There's kind of a pinky one called Sugar Coated. There's one that's kind of an iridescent called Frostbite. The one I just put on is kind of in between. And it's called Sweet Dream. And then there's a tan one, more tan, called Gingerbread. So these are love if you're looking for something cool. It's called the Wet Set. Okay, so that's the look. Now I'm really done. And I've got to go. So you guys have a great day. Subscribe to my channel. Bye.